vision quest.
Psycho! Psycho!
Down in a Mexican sweat lodge. I sweated it out pretty hard for about 3 days.
Psycho! 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 Psycho!
I came running out of that thing bare-ass naked for about a quarter mile. The El Federalis took me down hard, but the vision stayed, and that's what I'm going to introduce you to.
Get him in the ring.
You talking brimstone now. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about anybody in here. If you step in my way, I'm gonna roll you over.
How's that feel?
I'm not too worried.
I'd like to dig in deeper to Sir PsychoSexy's persona. Do you think we could set something up? Sit-down interview.
Yeah, maybe we could do that.
Your father was a bull rider in an Angola prison, and that at one point you had written about him.
My father wasn't allowed any visitation rights. The only time you could see him was when he was riding that bull. And my Uncle Zeke took me down there one day. First time I saw him, he was strapped to the back of a 1-ton bull. And through all that chaos, all I remember about the ride was his eyes. He wasn't just riding that bull, but every demon that ever trampled through his garden of roses that never bloomed. After the horns blew, he continued to spur that bull until he eventually rode it around like a quarter-fed horse outside a drugstore. And as they escorted him under the grandstands, he looked up at me just before they put the shackles back on his feet, and he said, "Don't ever forget what you just saw, son."
You can always come to me to talk about Sir PsychoSexy. See, me and Sir PsychoSexy, we have a lot in common. We're on the same page. Me and Sir PsychoSexy, we're a dying breed.
Well, to me, you got Days of Our Life, and then you have wrestling soap opera. You know what I'm saying? And I'm about that wrestling soap opera. I want to be part of the wrestling soap opera because that's what people want. They want to watch a soap opera. It's the man's soap opera.
We are able to succeed in wrestling for the 5% of the people who don't want that. Those are the people we come out and wrestle for. Those are the people who we put our lives on the line for. Those are the people who want to come and they want to see the wrestling shows. They want to see the events. They want to see the human drama and physical aggression of the whole thing. We aren't sports entertainers. Death to sports entertainment.
Let me tell you something. A little cocaine, a little vodka helps you through the night. All right? Show must go on. Doesn't matter. I sit there and I listen to all these guys talking about how tough they are, how tough they are. Well, let me tell you something. I want to see you when you're about 45 years old, sitting there smoking 2 packs of cigarettes a day, a 5th of vodka before noon, and getting up. That's just to get your damn heart started.
Who is this guy anyway?
This is the best training partner around. I'd say I'm the biggest Johnny Cash fan there is, no questions asked. And if anybody says different, I'd probably have to kick the shit out of them.
You take your common wrestler today and you ask him who this man is. They're not going to know this is Harley Race. They're not going to know who Killer Kowalski was. They're not going to know Ed the Strangler Lewis. Me, I know those names. Those are important to me. That's our history. That is our heritage. Sir PsychoSexy, he has those same thoughts and feelings about our business.
You gather those 2 people, his mom and his daddy, if you can find them, because that's who's putting their damn money on him. Ain't nobody else.
I never knew my mother. I was raised by my grandma Rosella because My father found my mother in bed with another man, and he shot them both dead on the spot.
He's a psychopath. This son of a bitch wants to do this because he's crazy?
My grandmother was a full-blooded Sioux Indian. And before I ever came around, Johnny went on a tour of the Wounded Knee Massacre there. Her mother and father were just about 9 or 10 years old when all that went down. And it had a very special meaning to her.
What does it take to get in that?
You gotta be a bad motherfucker, straight up.
I don't think I've ever seen a more blatant act of closet homosexuality in a long time. I mean, let's get real here. The warden in the cell block sounds like a lot of ass ramming to me.
I got Sid Fury, you know, tough as fucking nails.
I am the shiznitty of this city.
Sid Fury? I tell you this right now, he ain't pimping out women. All right? There ain't no man alive that would dress like that and pimp out women.
Let's do a little role playing, sexy. All right, it's like this. You just got your ass put in the cell block, baby. And picture me as the referee. Come in on this. I'm the referee looking right over at you after it's done. And he's gonna look at you and say, you got knocked the fuck out.
I got backlash. I had to go search and find this son of a bitch. You know, I put out a help wanted ad. Help wanted because I wanted a sadistic son of a bitch like him.
I love to deliver pain. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Coming for you.
You got this guy, Backlash, takes it so hard in the ass that he gets whiplash. What's that mean? I don't know.
I see Brimstone. The son of a bitch is mauling over 300 and 400 pound guys. You know, they up there, they look all big and bad. Some bitch goes up there, fucking looks him right in the eyes. Boom! It's over.
Brimstone. Ooh, if you can't figure that one out for yourself, then I can't explain it. See what I'm saying?
This PsychoSexy, you know, the mullet-wearing faggot that lives in a trailer park down the street. You'll never have a fucking prayer against me, boy.
They're only a threat to a lot of asses out there that don't want to be raped. And my ass will not be raped.
Let me tell you something. Come get some, boy, because I'm going to knock that root you call a tooth right out of your face.
This is the main event. This is the war to end it all. This is where bragging rights end and ass whippings begin. 2 men are going to enter his ring. 1 man's going to leave with all the bragging rights. Are you ready for some ass kicking? Yeah! Entering the ring first, accompanied by the cell block, he is Brimstone! Before I cut your damn head off. Right here, brother. Right
This
here. This
is the new champion, baby.
the
The new
block.
champion.
Yeah.
See, this
See
is
what
what
I'm
you
talking
get.
about?
This
See
is
what he's
this is
talking
what
about?
you get when you go to the
See
cell
that
block,
right there?
The
baby.
gold.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Psycho! 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 Psycho!
How you all shut your
Oh, I see that it's dynamite dicks or PsychoSexy. It's now time to stop the talking and see who's gonna do the walking.
psycho.
At night I stare at the moon with a toothless wolf and howl. During the day I skip rocks across a dried up creek bed with a lost dog that cannot growl. My heart's been pulling a single harness plow, and all I've managed to harvest is a bucket full of rocks. I'm constantly followed by a gang of buzzards doing the death circle above my head, but I could swear I'm not yet dead. I've invited them down for a fight. However, as usual, they stick with flight. I grin at them as I imagine connecting with an overhand right. Scavengers is all they'll ever be, and I hope they choke to death if they ever get a piece of me. I continue to plow.
Bullshit, man! It's fucking bullshit! That's why we're giving it to you! You son of a bitch! Come on! Force some of this motherfucker! Come on! Bring his shit up! Bring his shit up, fucker! That's what you can't have! Bring that shit up! That's what you can't have! Bring that shit over here, boy! Is this your fucking belt? Take your fucking belt! You son of a bitch! You piece of shit! How dare you think you belong in this ring with me, asswipe? Shut your ass up! What the fuck was that? Bring your shit my way! Bring it on! Bring your shit my way! You can't take your pin off me! You can't take your pin off me! You son of a bitch! You'll never work here again! You son of a bitch! You'll never work here again!
I dedicated the fight to my grandma. She passed away 2 weeks before the match. It was the first time I looked into the bleachers, and she wasn't there. I felt very alone. Yeah, it was a rough night, but I managed to tear a poem out of it, yeah. I lay awake at night with sleep a distant dream. My soul is dying and only I can hear its violent screams. I keep holding on. The tears I cry could flood a million streams. My grip loosens, but I have no other means. I keep holding on. My skin is stretching, it begins to bleed. The pain is numbing. My soul begs to crawl to what's becoming. I keep holding on.
Since this is a charity event, we have a fan here of Sir PsychoSexy's.
You know, when you took this singlet off and you chucked it out in the crowd, and just fortunate enough I was fighting among the thousands of fans there, reached up, snagged it. You're standing there butt-ass naked, and I'm just like holding a piece of my hero. Before we get it on with our little matchup here, I just want you to let you know I want to give this back to you and just ask you if you would please, just for one more time, put it on.
What the hell?
Sir PsychoSexy!
I think it's only fair that you get the first shot, friend.
Give me another one, baby. Oh! 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 Good job! Oh! Woo!
That's nice. That's nice. But I know you got better than that, Skipper.
Come on,
Come on, baby. Give Sexy your best shot.
Skip!
Give Sexy your best shot. Come on.
You got it, man.
Give Sexy your best
You want
shot.
it. You
Give
got
Sexy
it.
your best
You
shot.
want it. You got it.
You want some of this, baby?
Got out a few days ago. I mean, I had to go through some rehab after my unfortunate injury I suffered at the hands of Sir Psycho. But, you know, that's just the part of the business. I mean, a lot of people they lose more than a testicle like I did.
We are trying to gauge his reaction to the recent decision that was handed down by the Wrestling League. Sir Psycho was officially banned for causing serious injury to a fan.
Dealing with people like the powers that be who have made this decision. And you know what? Just mainstream society in general. People who have never had an original thought, have never had or displayed any type of courage, don't understand these types of things. Hot Rod understands it, and he understands it a hell of a lot better now.
I'm not upset about it. I mean, I'm just glad that I got the chance to get in the ring, you know, with my hero, a kid, you know, it's a person I looked up to since I was a kid, you know, but I knew going into this it was going to be dangerous.
He wanted to mix it up with PsychoSexy, and that's what he got. Anything less than that, Hot Rod would still be wondering what's it like.
He's Psycho, and I just knew when I stepped in the ring with him, I said, man, this is going to be a bitch.
He still was sitting there and saying that he was your #1 fan, that he wouldn't have expected any less from you in the
You know
ring.
what? I'm Hot Rod's #1 fan.
I mean, he's a hardcore badass.
I saw more from that kid that day than I've seen from most people in an entire lifetime.
Is he an original?
He's an original. That's right. That's right. And he never has to prove himself again as long as he lives.
Being a hardcore person, you like hardcore people to idolize.
I'm going to miss what it meant for the kids that came and bled along with us. That's what I'm going to miss.
What are your plans for the future?
Plans for the future are to go far beyond anything ever possible in a wrestling ring. Finally stripped of everything I care for, I have to stay true to the only thing I have left. My peyote vision. Surf a tornado.
What are you doing? You know what this severe tornado warning in the area?
Don't make this boys angry.
We're standing outside Our Blessed Lady of Anal Hospital. The driver is listed in critical condition. And Sir PsychoSexy's whereabouts are still yet unknown.